Want to use Windows and Linux on the same computer? Dual booting lets you switch between operating systems easily, giving you the best of both worlds. In this video, I'll show you how to safely set up a dual boot system step by step. Let's get started. Hey everyone! Welcome to Computer Minds, your go-to channel for tech tutorials. If you love tech content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more awesome videos. Dual booting allows you to install and use two operating systems on the same computer. When you start your PC, you'll get an option to choose which OS to boot into, Windows or Linux. Run Windows for gaming and software compatibility. Use Linux for security, coding, and customization. No need for virtual machines. Each OS runs at full performance. Before starting, make sure you have a Windows-installed PC, preferably with UEFI firmware, a USB drive, 8 GB or more for Linux installation, the Linux ISO file with Ubuntu, Linux Mint, or Fedora recommended, Rufus or Balena Etcher to create a bootable USB. Back up your data. Always a good practice before making major changes. Disable fast startup. Go to Control Panel, then Power Options. Choose what the power buttons do, and uncheck Turn on Fast Startup. Shrink Windows Partition, open Disk Management. Select your primary drive, usually C, and shrink it to free up at least 25 GB or more for Linux. Download Rufus and open it. Select your USB drive and choose the Linux ISO. Set partition scheme to GPT for UEFI or MBR for BIOS. Click Start and wait for the process to complete. Restart your PC and boot into the USB drive. Press F12, F2, Del, or ESC to enter the boot menu. Select Try Linux to test it before installing. Click Install Linux and choose Install alongside Windows. Allocate space for Linux and proceed with the installation. Set up your username and password, then wait for the installation to finish. After installation, Linux will install Grub, a boot manager that lets you choose between Windows and Linux at startup. If you don't see the boot menu, restart your PC, enter BIOS, UEFI settings, and disable Secure Boot. Restart your PC and check if you can select between Windows and Linux at startup. Install drivers and updates in Linux. Customize your Linux environment with essential apps. Great for developers, students, and power users who need both Windows and Linux. Not ideal if you have limited storage or need a dedicated gaming PC.